again, man. Thank you guys for all this fucking love, man. I'm gonna build a new computer at 3,000 subs. And yeah, man. If you guys want to support, if you guys don't like what's going on just in America right now, gonna have a stream. Any bounties tonight? I think so, Peter, but I'm not too sure yet. I need to check. I think maybe one or two. But yeah, there's gonna be a tournament. I'm a side streaming. I'm not hosting it. I'm not TOing it. I'm just side streaming, talking, and it's for the Minnesota Relief Fund. Rest in peace, George Floyd and whatnot. Yeah, I guess my take on it. I don't know, because I feel like I haven't actually talked about this on stream yet. It's kind of like what I tweeted, man. I just think being black, and if this for y'all that get uncomfortable, now is definitely the time to leave the room. I'm definitely about to say something, but yeah, I just think being black, like I tweeted this, man. Like anything can and will be used against you because it always has been. So why would this time be any different? And that's not to say that there's not hope for the future, but it's been going on so much, way longer than this hasn't. It's cool that we're getting to a point where we're just fucking tired of it as black people. I don't want to say people of color because this, in my opinion, is not a issue with people of color. I personally think this is just a black issue. I don't. So I don't want to lump that minority lump in there because this to me this is a black issue. So I'm gonna call it what it is. At this point, it's just getting to a point where, it's just like everything is getting to a point like it's been years, centuries where I mean, if you are a black person and you coexist in this country, everything is made for you to become obsolete in this country. It's fixed for you to become obsolete. Now, obviously, there's exceptions, right? Like, look at this shit. I got fucking 2K subs, right? Like, you'd be like, oh, look at you saying this, but from experience, bro, more often not than I haven't, it's so easy to get trapped in these situations where you kind of just get by, or you can't get by, and you have to just not even just resort to bad options, but like just that's all you have is bad options. So resorting would mean you choose, right? You can't choose options that you don't have. But I just think like I usually don't talk about this type of shit, right? Because I don't like after it's just hard explaining this shit to people. After a while, you just get tired of it because you know that most people just don't understand and they don't care to, right? So it's just not even worth talking about. But at this point, it's clearly in people's faces, right? And it's frustrating, but it's also like from here, like it just seems like it's not getting better. You think that you would think it would get better, but it's just not. And like I said, I still 100% believe that everything can and will be used against you, man. And as black people in particular, you got to really be aware of that shit, bro. You really got to be aware of that shit. Now, I won't necessarily go as far as saying all cops are bastards either, but I definitely don't think all cops are to be trusted. That's a fact. I don't give a shit how good you are. If you still a cop, you are a cop to me, bro. And you just, at some point, I think as just black people, we gotta at least learn. The fact that we even have to even teach this type of shit would be crazy, but I think it's necessary. Like we're gonna have to learn how to either defend ourselves, right? And that doesn't necessarily mean with guns or violence. I know that's the first thing y'all think of, But we're gonna have to learn how to handle these situations. You can't ignore it if you black at all. And if you black, I don't give a fuck what type of black person you are. You light skin, dark skin, gay, straight, fucking, it don't fucking matter, dude. You are still, when you go in these places, you gotta know you are black. That like doesn't matter what the context of who you are. The moment you step in, this is the first thing that gets noticed, and you gotta know that. And you can't like let people tell you like that, oh, that shit was a long time ago, or like stupid shit like that. People like that don't live your life to even know what the fuck they're talking about. They're so disconnected that they got the privilege to even say stupid shit. That's what I think about people who say shit like that. Like, you have the privilege to be a dumbass. Like, legit. I'm about to host you right now, but I gotta get my rocks off on this subject because I can't not talk about it. But if you want to host, if you plan on hosting me, then go for it. Yeah, but yeah, I think you just gotta really like tap into just know, like, if you black, at least this is my opinion, man. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. I don't know everything, but I do think that like, as black people, anything, the best thing you can do right now is just financially get your shit together. And that doesn't mean just save money. Like, understand the shit, know how it works, know why it works the way it works, and you really start seeing shit for what it is, man. A lot of this shit revolve around green. And, you got knowledge and you got your labor and, your resources as a human, and you gotta, it's on black people to really like understand that and really just legitimately be selfish about it. If you, and why I say selfish is because we're the only minorities who like are told like, oh, you're doing a black only thing, that's racist. So you only, like, it's like the N word's a good example of that shit. You gotta just, I think we gotta ball hog it because, every situation we've been in, we've had shit taken from us by everybody, and they monetize off it. And like, why can't we monetize off our own shit? Like, why is that wrong? Especially if we came up with it. So I think if you black, I mean, a lot of you in here who are black, I'm sure, are like doing well financially. But if you're not, just do your best to save money, get the fuck out of debt, because that's how these fucking places pimp you, is by keeping you in debt. And really just understand why shit's the way it is. Just know wherever you go, it's never in your favor. Even if they sympathize for you being black, it's still not in your favor. Sometimes people say that shit just to fucking make you feel like you can trust them. Just know wherever you go, man. Wherever you go, anything can and will be used against you if you're black. I don't give a fuck the context and what people tell you. I refuse to believe otherwise, unless it's somebody who you truly trust and you've known for a long time. It's hard to tell. So I don't know. I'm going on this rant because I just feel like, everything is set in play for our demise. From just, how we are, our styles, our fucking diet. Everything is set up for us to fucking fail, bro. And educate yourself on these histories, man. Go watch the Martin Luther King's speeches where he's talking about economics. This is shit that got him clapped. It wasn't fucking I have a dream speech. If anything, Martin Luther King woke the fuck up and they killed him. Read that shit. Or like Tulsa, Oklahoma, Wall Street, Atlanta, Wall Street, how these shits just got burned to the ground. Emmett Till, fucking the lady who accused him, she's still alive and she admitted that she lied. And her ass is still walking free. How that happens, I really fucking don't know. You can't learn about these things and then pretend shit like that doesn't happen. And just know that, like you said, people like our cops will do this shit because they can do it to you. They do it to you because they know you can't do shit about it. The fuck are you gonna do? Get mad, protest? They don't care. Niggas protest. Okay, and about the lootings, right? People are mad about the lootings. That's just another reason for people to justify to hate you. If you black, don't matter. You could. It really don't fucking matter. You could be peaceful, kumbaya. Motherfuckers did that shit back in the day. They still hosed them. Still put dogs on them. Don't matter. Really don't matter. Motherfuckers can break shit all they want, man. It's not gonna change. They don't give a fuck. They do it because they can. And like I said, man, the best thing you could do is definitely support people who look like you off the strength of that, and don't feel ashamed of it just because someone thinks that's racist. When every other fucking race does it. Every other race supports their own. You go to Chinatown, there's Chinese people helping each other out, as they should. Koreatown, same thing. Little Italy, all that stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, I don't want to be long-winded. But yeah, and treat people like people. That doesn't mean every person who's white is a fucking op. Like they are about your cause. You know what I'm saying? There are some people who are on your side. So don't be a dick to people just because, like, you don't want to be the people who perpetuate the same labels on you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know. I didn't even look at chat. I'm kind of just talking shit because, at some point, just know, like I said, man, everything you do can and will be used against you. And when you black, when you walk in these rooms, man, you gotta know, man, how they look at you, how like, for example, man, say if you're in entertainment or something, man, you a funny motherfucker, right? They still look at you as that person because they can't see nothing about you past that. So you gotta tap in. You gotta know what room you in. I go to some of these tournaments. I'll be the only black dude. You think I don't know that? Like, you gotta be tapped in no matter where you are. More so, especially now, especially in this time, because now it's being encouraged. It's being encouraged to get rid of people like you. One person will break into a fucking Target or whatever, and then they're gonna just assume everybody look like you did it, just because they've been feeling that way. They just need something to justify it. That's why I think looting doesn't matter, because it don't matter. Anything will come up to justify that shit. And it takes away from the actual fucking topic at hand. It's not about justice for that one situation. Obviously, rest in peace, George Floyd, right? You want him to get justice. I hope so. But it's more about how this shit's been going on for fucking ever, and the fact that why it happens. It happens because they can do it. That's period. The fuck are black people gonna do? That's why they do it. They don't do it in no other minority. They don't do it in, I don't know. That's just my take. I don't really got much to say, actually, but I just had to speak on it at least once. But yeah, man, do your best to just be nice to people. Don't be an asshole. I mean, that's the premise, whether they look like you or not. But especially if you black, man, be tapped in, bro, because a lot of people, they gonna have superiority complexes when you walk in the room. Some people, not everybody, but they do, and you just gotta know. You really gotta know who the type of people you're dealing with. And don't feel like you gotta adapt to these environments just because you in them either. Fuck that shit. If they don't like how you act, it is what it is. And then as far as cops, man, just be careful where you go, man. Be careful. Just remember where you at. You know, just know like it can go down at any moment. You know, and don't feel wrong for like trying to stand up for yourself, man. I don't know. People, like I said, when you black people will always try to guilt you into making you think that you can't do certain things or be certain things. Like, you know, that it is wrong to defend yourself when someone fucking puts their hands on you. You know, and I'm not saying no nonviolent approach, but it's just like, dude, when these white dudes go to protest for fucking to get a haircut, these motherfuckers got arm cannons, fucking shotguns and shit, and ain't nothing happen. You know why? Because the cops are scared as fuck. They don't want to fucking die over that shit. But with us, it's just like, yo, we always believe that we can't. And I'm not saying go around holding guns. I'm really not saying that. I'm just saying, man, you know, in certain cases, you can't do anything if there's 4 fucking cops and it's just you, right? But I'm just saying, man, like, you know, just don't let motherfuckers like try to, like, I don't know how to get this point across, but just don't let people fucking deliberately try you and you think the best way to get the approval is through peace, man. Fuck that shit. If a motherfucker's hitting me and doing some shit, I'm hitting that motherfucker back. I don't give a fuck who it is. You know? But I don't know. I don't get on those rants because people think like, oh, you know, you support violence, and nah, man, I don't want fucking no one to get hurt. That's the whole point of defending yourself, is so you don't get hurt. But anyway, I'm a host IBDW, man. I'm sorry, guys. I'm long-winded. He's probably like, what the fuck? Why isn't he hosting me? I gotta get my rocks off, man. Like, just know, like I said, man, when you black, anything can and will be used against you, man. No, right on, Cody. I just had to get my shit off. Revolution is the cure, man. But I mean, you can't revolutionize when it's what fucking 13% of the population. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if all the black people got our shit right and we equip, it is less of us. You don't think they're gonna help up to pay other people to stop us? Like, come on, man. It's, you know, I'm not saying we don't need to mobilize. We definitely need to mobilize, but it's got to come through like, you know, some form of entrepreneurship. Land. All you niggas need to buy land. If you are black, you need to own land. I don't give a fuck what none of these people say. Own some kind of land. If you have kids, you give them land. Legit. You know why gentrification happens? Because niggas don't own land. You gotta own land. If we had land, gentrification can't happen. Unless they deliberately like get the National Guard and do some crazy shit, which I wouldn't put it past, but the government. And also know, at least this is my opinion. This ain't no facts. All this shit I'm saying is not facts. But just know, like, I feel like personally, the government ain't gonna help you. They're gonna be the last to act. So don't rely on it. You gotta rely on your fellow man, because it's not gonna happen. Government is always last to act. Always last to act. It's gonna take millions of motherfuckers dying for them to get the point. So it's low-key fucking stupid to just sit there. If you're black, it's fucking stupid to wait on the government to help you. That's just suicide. I think most black people know that, but I think people who think that, yo, you should protest and write shit to the gut, like, fuck out of here, bro. You don't need that shit for us to get our shit right. I don't know. We got to know what we're doing. We got to educate each other more. And as black people, this is probably the hardest thing is be there together, because I know black people be hating each other. Sometimes you can't be in a room full of niggas without them fighting. I mean, every black person's had that experience, you know. But I think if any time, you gotta take a side and just really support your fellow man, and don't try to judge them, because, you know, a lot of that shit other races taught you. So you can't just think, oh, you know, this dude's on the street, he a bum. But it's just like, bro, you don't know what he went through to be on the streets. Who's to say if you didn't go through that, you wouldn't be on the streets? So try to have an open mind. I'm not saying all people are great. You know, I'm not saying, you know, trust everyone. I'm really not. if anything, you definitely got to be more on edge. But just know, like, you know, it's just we really gotta support each other right now. Because if we don't have each other, you know, just as people in general, right? Like, I mean, humans, we're our own demise. Truthfully, dude, stop me from reading. I mean, Twitter is a wash. You can't argue with people who don't have your best interests. It's just it don't. You can't convince them. They think you're wrong before you even did anything. So what? Why would you even try to argue it? That's kind of how I see it, Kalindi. Not saying that you do that or you're wrong if you do that. I just think that it's a wasteless battle. They're in too deep. It's just like it's a waste of time. And then yeah, man, if you're not black too, because a lot of people who aren't black listen to this, best thing you could do is just like, you know, support black people who go through that shit and understand why they're in the positions they are and understand how you got where you got to, you know. I mean, that goes for white people, obviously. I mean, they get put on blast too, but the most. But you know, there's other minorities too. I mean, you got leverage from the fact that your parents probably came from other countries, spoke other languages, and you know, you have access to a whole nother community by choice because of that shit, and realize like that shit is like a privilege. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get that. My dad's from Mississippi. His birth certificate says Negro. What the fuck is he gonna do in Mississippi? Like they can't deport him. We can't fly across the country. I don't have another language to speak. You know, and that stuff like that is really like an asset. Like people get hired for having multiple languages, right? As far as white people too, you just know you got like the cheat code for real. Though you're a walking cheat code. You know, and just know like, you know, obviously it's not your fault if you're born white. Like no one chooses to be born who they are, but just know you got that, and you know you got to understand like with that, you know, you got responsibility that comes with that. You know, now some of your family members might not think that way. They might be ignorant, but you know, you don't got to be ignorant. I'm gonna come back to Africa. Yeah, I mean the idea of going to Africa, if we did that, we would be essentially be gentrifying Africa. So I would never go back to Africa in that sense, just because, you know, we didn't grow up there in those environments. But I get what you mean, though. But yeah, I say, guys, just do your best to educate yourself on black people, on your people. Study people like obviously Martin Luther King, but people like Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, fucking, you know, fucking Fred Hampton, bro. You know, I watched Dr. Claude Anderson, and he's pretty dope, man. He got some shit, man. Killer Mike got some shit. Tupac he was talking a lot of this shit back then in the 90s. There's a lot of people been talking about this shit forever, bro. Stokely Carmichael, yeah, it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people that you can reference to, and they're way more educated, and they had to actually live a lot of fucked up situations for them to even come up with those perspectives. Fortunate enough to where, I mean, yeah, I've been pulled over and shit, stopped by the cops for no fucking reason and shit. I got pulled over walking. I don't know how the fuck you get pulled over walking by yourself, but I digress. But, you know, it's still, I still didn't have to endure no slavery and no shit like that. You know? White people have it rough, can have it rough. I mean, they can have it rough. Anyone can have it rough, but it's not, it. Like I said, when you're black, anything you do or anything can and will be used against you. And I think we're the only race, we're the only group of people, at least in America. I can't speak for the world. I don't live in the world. Well, I live in the world, but you get what I mean. I don't live all over the world. In America, I feel like everything is used against us. for our demise, bro. And but they need us just a little bit, just enough to pay everybody else out, and then we get fucked over. It's just how it's been going. So do your best to just be consistent, keep your cool. A lot of people test you, get on your zane. You got to be cool though. You got to be cool, man. Like they gonna try you, they gonna test you, they gonna do all kind of shit. Fuck with you. You just you guys just know like time and the place. Yeah, Native American people got fucked over super hard. They're probably aside from black people, the one exception, at least in this country, because originally it's their country. What's the debt to pay off for me? I'm Native, yeah. I mean, Native Americans had it rough. I'm reading what you guys are saying, man. If I like pissed y'all off, I apologize. Like I said, I don't know everything. I'm still learning as I'm going. You know what I'm saying? I just know what I see is not in my favor, and I think you should keep doing this. Yeah, maybe. I'm head off. All right, Cody. I don't want to keep you waiting. My bad. California is built on state genocide. First time you and Gavin walked some real shit. Yeah, I tend to. All right, Cody. I appreciate it. Congrats again, bro. But yeah, I'm always nervous about talking about this shit because like I don't know. I don't know how people gonna take it. You don't know what kind of community you gonna like, how they gonna receive shit like this. And this is type of shit that I be talking about this shit all the time. Like this ain't shit that like for a lot of people this shit is new. I've been talking about it. You ask my girlfriend, I be talking about this shit all the fucking time. Why shit is the way it is. This shit is set up. This shit is like a matrix, bro. Low key. Like it's set up for you to just fucking fail like a motherfucker. Oh, Peter fucking he can't he timed somebody. Or in a simulation, maybe. Yeah. But I think I just think it's to act like it don't exist is crazy. And then anything that with the looting and all that shit, like I get it, right? Like, do I think that points really get proven from looting? I wouldn't. That's probably not. But like when you bring that up, you just ignore the fucking like you ignore the whole situation, in my opinion. Like you completely miss the point. Like yeah, what George Floyd, what happened to him was wrong, but don't be mad about it. Like the fuck you mean? The fuck do you expect people to act? Like that's just like could have just not killed him. Like maybe people wouldn't be rioting. I'm not encouraging rioting. I'm not out there fucking protesting or rioting, but I also just think that like well you can't be shocked. That's like yo, if I shoot you, right? If I shoot you and on camera and your family sees it, and then they catch me when it's like on site, they see me and then want to fucking try to fight back at me. Like, are they wrong? It's just like at what point like people we all got to be peaceful. Black people always got to be peaceful. So, like fuck out of here with that shit, man. That's just to make the oppressor comfortable. Fuck that shit. If this what it takes for you motherfuckers to get the hint, I don't know. People be like, you encourage violence. Like, I don't want nobody to get hurt. That's why I think we should know how to defend ourselves. I mean, he's charged, but I mean, it's like this happens every time they get charged. A year in prison, 1 year parole and PC. It's just like, okay, nice. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think rioting is cool just because you just fucking people's money up. But it's also like, bro, what the fuck do you expect people to do when they're mad? They get mad. They fucking do shit that mad motherfuckers do. If you piss me off, I'm gonna do so. Like, you piss people off to a brink for so long, you can't be shocked when motherfuckers snap. That's what when MLK talked about the white moderator, when he was saying, like, I feel like I led my people into a burning building after integration. In some ways, fucking integration did fuck us over. Cop needs to be convicted of murder 100%. Yeah, but I mean, he can get away with this, so he probably will. At this point, it's just like, I don't even, like, I don't say I wouldn't care, but it just be feeling that way because it's just like, well, he probably gonna beat the case. All right, Davir. All four cops, yeah. I want retribution. I'm more segregated now. Yeah, Sheridan. I just found out about fucking Marin City having like abolishing segregation in their schools in 2018. Trust me, man. This era, people do not want to be black. They want the things that come. They like black culture. They don't like black people. Trust me, you are disposable to them. If you can shoot high and rap well, they'll find another one who will do it and won't question shit. No problem. Cops look out for other cops. He's never get fired. They never pay for their actions because they don't have to. If I'm in power and the homie does some crazy shit, I don't have to convict the homie. Morally I probably should, but that's the homie. That's kind of like the logic behind that. But this is why I just say, like, as black people, we gotta boss up, own shit, own land. It's no reason why you should go to the liquor store. And like I said, this ain't no knock to other minorities. You shouldn't go to the liquor store. You see an Indian dude behind the counter. Everybody on that block is black. Everybody outside is black. You walk in the store, everybody buying shit is black, but the owner ain't black. That's only in black neighborhoods. Ain't no fucking way I'm going to Chinatown or Koreatown getting some fire KBBQ. I get the fire KBBQ, I pay, and then someone like me just pop up like, yo, was it good? Yeah, I own this place. Like, fuck out of here, bro. Fuck out of here, bro. We're the only group that shit is a thing with. We gotta mobilize, dude. Like, for real, financially, we gotta learn money, not just like financially means, oh yeah, I'm gonna stack up. Like, no, it's more than stack up. You need to do shit with your money, man. You gotta make that shit circulate. It's like blood flow. Money is like blood flow. You gotta keep the blood flow going. If it just sits, it clots. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and we gotta do that throughout this whole country. It's gonna be hard. White people will definitely, at least racist white people or whoever the fuck just doesn't like our cause, will definitely try to stop that shit 100%. But if so many people are educated, it will help. And as much as other minorities want to help our cause and are supportive of our cause, I think it's still like a black cause, and so black people really got to be the ones to like step up with that shit. We can't have another group of people fix our problems. But yeah, man, I don't know. I'm kind of just ranting. I talk about this shit all the time because I get frustrated because not that it keeps happening. Well, I mean, yeah, that's frustrating, but it's just like 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 what we think is change to me isn't change. So like even if we get mad, protest, riot, loot, it's not change. We go on Twitter, we say our opinions. Me even doing this speech, it's not really change. It brings attention though and awareness. So I guess in that sense, yeah. But sometimes it's like, bro, we need like communities, like structure, like so we could come up with our policies. And if you don't like that shit, then get the fuck out of here. We're the only group that don't have that shit. And I don't see why like it's bad to have that shit. Also, in those moments, being able to defend yourself. And again, before you hear the word defend yourself, not necessarily having a gun or a weapon, but if you felt that way, then so be it. Because the cop shoots you because he felt threatened, right? Now, I'm not saying shoot a cop, bro. I don't promote violence on no person. But that's, like I keep repeating this, that's why I think you should defend yourself so nobody get hurt. I don't think people are wrong for like, it's like we can't just be cool by our motherfuckers just so it makes them feel comfortable to be less oppressive towards us. Fuck out of here with that shit. I just don't believe that shit. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I mean, they say, who says they're colorblind? Not enough those. What's there to stop a cop in the future? Nothing. Cops do it because they can, man. They can. They do it because they ain't nothing gonna happen to them. It's blue over black in the streets. Feel he gonna get off? Alright, probably. What happens then? I think the reason cops is because everyone is able to carry a gun, which leads to stereotype assumptions. I don't believe legalization of guns helps. I mean, it doesn't, but even if it was illegal, man, it's just that it wouldn't matter if the guns were legal or not. They'd find a reason. Fucking the dude, my man's George Floyd didn't get killed with no gun, but yeah, we here. It's just set up, like I said, for if you black, it's just set up for your demise, no matter what. From the policies that are in your areas to the policing that's in your areas to the fucking food you eat and the type of hospitaling you get to the education you get, you can't ever break out, because if you do, then you make people poor by not by being smarter, and it's okay if one black person gets out, they're okay with that, but the group, like, nah. I mean, you could argue celebrity culture fucked over the black community too, because it gives this idea. It makes white people or just anybody really comfortable with our culture, not our people. You can look at Obama and think black people are cool because it's just like Obama's the one good black dude, But like it don't really. But when you still around, but like especially you see this shit with tech people. No lie. They like all that MLK shit, but then let me and two other of my homies who are black walk in the room, that energy changed real fast. So yeah. But yeah, y'all seem like y'all fucking with me. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, man, I still need to educate myself before I just be spewing shit. But it's just from my perspective. That's just how I see things. I just think this shit is made for you to self destruct by all means, and you just playing a game where you trying not to. And don't get me wrong, there's gonna be a lot of people who are for you. Like I said, like not everybody's against you, but I'm talking about the mass, like the corporate, the top or whatever. That shit is meant for you to self destruct, man. They fear people like you, because if you tap into what's going on, you might, I don't know, educate other people. It seems like blessings keep falling in my lap.
Stand with George Floyd. Love from Australia.
Right on. Rest in peace to him too. Experience of real, yeah. I mean, NorCal especially. Yeah, I definitely think just understanding the history, Jade, like educating yourself for sure. Call people out. Yep, get your money right too. I'm telling you. We don't like talking about it, but that finance, I'm telling you, this shit is black and white, but the core behind that shit is green. Cali is undercover racist, yeah. One thing that helped this country, Riverside's largest KKK chapter, Riverside, California. Yeah, Turlock always been clan town. Turlock always been like that. If you guys don't know where Turlock is, that's where like Mac D is from, CrossFit Jesus. He's from there. That's like 15 minutes outside of Modesto. That shit always. I only been to Turlock maybe like once for like 15 minutes because the vibe ain't it over there. Yeah, down to 99. Yeah, it's I mean Modesto's like that too, but it ain't Turlock bad. It's still enough minorities in Modesto to counter that shit. I might get banned, but I'm not one to scream white privilege. You never know what's going on with people. You got a computer, chances are you got some privilege. Yeah, I guess. But that's just one of those things where it's just like, oh, like I don't know, does that justify like what's going on? Like I know a lot of people who got computers who are still struggling, especially now. When cops are gonna update our kicks, I mean, I don't know, man. Relying on the cops to fix the situation for if you're a black person it's pointless. Can't trust the system to fix the system. Yeah, for real. Like why the fuck would it change? It's working just fine. Young people still don't vote. I ain't care what else. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I don't even think voting is necessarily the play either. I get it with some things though. With some things for sure. But I don't know. I think that's another idea that gets shelled in the black community. Guilt trip us to, vote for people who don't have our best interests. I agree, cops. Yeah, but I don't know, y'all. I'm kind of gassed. I done said everything I wanted to say. I finally talked about it. I usually don't talk about it because I feel nervous sometimes. I don't want to come from a perspective of just, you see people just spouting shit. They think they know what they're talking about. And I really don't want like that. So I don't want to be that. So I hesitate. Like a hesitation. I'm like hesitant about it. We need to vote on getting rid of Trump. I mean, I don't know. I don't know about Biden, bro. I just think if you black, like, why, like that, he hasn't. He doesn't have your best interests. That's just my personal opinion. Get financial, get the land. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you vote for shit that you feel like actually has leverage in your life, right? Like I especially think local politics. Like I think one thing I need to really study on is local politics. Like I know about Libby Schaff and stuff like that. That's the mayor of Oakland, but I still need to learn more. I think I really want to get into like I don't want to get into it, but I want to just know who's a good politician in my city more so than a president. Or vote just to have a voice. Yeah, sometimes I don't know if that's having a voice though. That's the thing. Yeah, dag, and that's what I've heard. Like our homelessness here is so bad. Like I've traveled to a lot of places in America and a lot of places in the world, and no place has homelessness like here, bruh. You can't change my mind. All you New Yorkers that gonna say, "Oh, New York City, nigga," no, it is not as bad as the Bay. I promise you, it's not. You know, that's just one thing I hope they can fix, and not just get rid of all the homeless people and fucking put them somewhere else. Like, no, actually, like, fix it to where like they don't have to worry about being homeless. Thanks for going supporting the protests. Yeah, I mean, I'm not necessarily gonna protest, but I'm definitely gonna do a little fund on Monday. LA worse than NY too. Yeah, LA's up there too. Presidents don't matter when it comes to local, but yeah, I'm definitely trying to. I mean, from what I've seen, like the mayor of San Francisco, she seemed like London Breed. She seems super cool. I mean, I don't know her, but obviously Libby Schaff, they seem super cool. Like both of them. And I think it's dope to see women as mayors, especially London Breed being a black woman, being the mayor of a city that I think isn't very pro black, San Francisco. So I don't know how the fuck that happened, but I'm happy for her. But I mean I don't know shit about them. I think I need to study more. Like they might be some shit that they got going on that I think is bad. Oakland's a very and you be if you've been to Oakland, you know it's like mad different than most cities. Like there's no real fast food chains here. Everything's like mom and pop. Like that shit is weird. Like anywhere else is just fast food after like don't get me wrong, they have fast food spots here, but not like everywhere else. Like you go to LA or Vegas, it's just fucking like burger spots everywhere. Like LA is like or the Bay is especially Oakland, it's just like mom's Mexican restaurant, mom's soul food restaurant, mom's Chinese restaurant, shit like that. It's just super mom and pop over here. And anybody that's been to Oakland knows what I'm talking about. I mean, San Francisco has it too. Gotta support small, yeah. I'm gonna do my best, man. I don't know. It's hard to think about like what to do, especially like with this stream and the money that's coming from it. It's just like fuck, man. Now I really gotta like think about this shit. I can't just be spending my money. I gotta be smart with this shit. I gotta get out of debt and help myself too. I think if you're black too, helping yourself, you help the community essentially. That's just one less black person to worry about. If you get on your feet as a black person, then you you in turn help the community because people don't need to worry about you. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to build that for myself and somehow with my family, but I don't know. It's hard because like they on all social security and shit like that. So like I don't know how I'm gonna change it. I don't got infinite dollars, like, but I guess the best way to start is to just fix my situation. But I want to fix my situation. My biggest goal, especially with this stream, is I really don't want to forget. Like, I don't want to get lost in like who I am. I don't want to forget who I am, because like, it's like you guys see 2,000 subs, man. But there's some people in this stream, some of my close friends, who know, like, man, I used to just be moving from house to house, home to home, sleeping on couches, like I never forgot that shit. I don't want I don't really want to forget that shit or disconnect from it and think like I'm above it because I got out. It's a process, that's true. It's gonna take time, but I mean, if you guys keep supporting me, man, I'm gonna just do what I can. I want to help people more, but it's hard because I need the money. But at least I can do shit like this, like the platform to just like the tournaments and stuff like that. I guess. I mean, y'all call it work, doing all this TO and stuff, but I mean, if this scene thrives from it, even if it's just like aside a black thing, right? The scene thrives from it, so it's in turn, look at what it's doing for me. Yo, thanks, Fraz. I try, man. I really try. You don't have to feel bad about helping yourself. Yeah, for sure. I definitely, because I'm in a lot of debt for being uneducated. So, yeah, people getting timed out. I don't know what they saying, but I mean, it is what it is, man. What did he say? You hearing what you want to hear? What did he say? What he said, or they said. I shouldn't assume. I gotta stop assuming people behind the keyboard are just dudes, bro. Gotta stop that shit. Yo, Sashi, yo, thank you, man. Make the change. I'm trying. He didn't mention race and homeless. Why you putting words to people? What did he say? Everybody's commenting. I don't know what he said. Oh, he's just like all cops aren't bad or something. I mean, I don't think all cops are bad, but I think the system encourages cops to be bad. He said some homeless people are white. I mean, yeah, but they're more so probably black. That's why I felt the way about the Oakland shit too, or Genesis. It was just like, it's probably the last thing I'm gonna talk about, and then because I'm kind of feeling it. I'm tired, but when everybody was saying Oakland was not safe, and in my head I thought I didn't want to tweet it because just like I fucking hate arguing with people. I just hate Twitter. Like I tweet to promote Rona Rumble and shit like that, but like, I really fucking hate that website sometimes. But anyway, in my head I thought, if the people that you saw outside weren't black, would you still think that Oakland was not safe? And yeah, that's kind of how I felt about everyone who said Oakland wasn't safe, including black people. Black people who've been taught by people who aren't black to be scared of people who look like you. That's kind of how I took it. But I don't know. It's homeless people in every city, dude. So you're going to be scared because, man, like I said, it is bad here. So maybe, I get it. But I just felt like that Genesis situation was kind of weak. Like the whole Oakland not being safe. And I heard nothing about like, I didn't hear shit about nobody getting hurt or nothing like that. It's just like, oh, black people live here, so this place is threatening. Let's have it back in San Jose, where there's also a fuck ton of homeless people, but less of them are black. So It's okay. That's that's just how I felt about Genesis. It kind of pissed me off, but you know, look, like I said, man, I ain't saying Oakland don't have its problems. Definitely has its problems. It be bullshit here, but it's just like, I'm not saying you got to be okay with bullshit, but it's just, I don't know. Y'all get my drift. Yeah, Peter, I think I'm a dip too. It's 2:15, y'all. If y'all cool with me, I kind of want to eat. But I love you guys, man. I've been to Houston before, man. Houston is cool. It's fucking hot there, but it's cool. Yeah, all cops. I get the sentiment behind that. I'd rather say fuck 12. But yeah, all cops are you know, they're not everybody's a cop or a bad cop, but I won't slander all of them, but I just think the root of what they encourage is fucked up and to begin with. So I mean, there's a lot of things saying like policing started because of like runaway slaves, so they like had to fucking have police to catch them. You know, I need to Google search that shit, but that's one thing I heard about how policing got started. System, yeah, the system is washed. The system is meant for you to fail. If you're a minority, you can prosper, but it's to an extent. And if you're black, you're black. I think it's like white people, every minority, black people. That's how the lines of how it gets treated in America, in my opinion. Natives don't even get on that. Nah, natives, they got fucked over too. Their situation is like fucking mad fucked up. Natives is probably like the only, like the closest thing, like when it comes to black people. I think those things kind of go hand in hand because this was their land, you know. One of my best friends is half Native American. But yeah, I don't want to hate white people though. Why all my white people watching this, man? I don't hate y'all, man. It's more just the system at play that, you know, I just know is not in my favor. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like it's like if you work hard by your bootstraps, fuck all that shit. Fuck out of here. That shit is not real. That shit is a facade. The American dream it's a fucking dream. That's exactly what it is. But I do think that, you know, I don't know. If you're smart enough, no matter who you are, like you can make shit happen. You can get yourself in a good position, but you know you gotta really know the type of people you're dealing with, and if the people that you're dealing with feel threatened by your behavior, being that you're bringing up situations that make them feel uncomfortable, they'll definitely find a way to make you feel obsolete. That's why I'd be scared to even talk about this, because I'd be like, man, I might get canceled just because I don't know who the fuck be watching this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, my approach to this melee shit, I never did shit I didn't want to. Like you know, say with commentary, you wear a suit or some shit. I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna wear no suit because I didn't need it then. So I'm not gonna wear it now. I'm not gonna do that shit so y'all could look comfortable with me wearing a suit. Fuck that shit. Fuck out of here. You know, little shit like that. You just can't feel like you're gonna waver. Now, if you want to wear a suit to look fly, that's cool. Wear a fucking suit. But if you don't want to wear it, don't wear it. Just little shit like that. And just know you might lose opportunities for it, but It don't matter. You got people. A lot of these people who got these situations where they can leverage and do all this bullshit, they don't know how to work with people. Yet they try to market and advertise and do all this bullshit to get them to like you or to get you to like them. But they do everything except just do the one thing that would make you fuck with them. That's kind of how I see it. But all right, I'm actually going to go because I'm super long-winded. I will say that we got 2180. See, this is why I didn't want to talk about this subject too, because I fucking just ran about this shit. I'll go on and on about it. I know I won't shut the fuck up about it. I can talk about this shit for days, bro. But at least, I don't know how y'all feel about my take on it, but that's just how I feel about this whole situation as a whole. Like I said, I don't know everything. I'm still very naive to shit, but I also think I'm tapped in enough to know, like, no matter what I do, you know, I can still overcome it, but the odds aren't in my favor. And I can't, you know, sometimes those situations will have you be thinking different about yourself when it's not you, it's the fucking game you're playing. Yeah, it's all good, man. Yeah, I've talked about this. I don't know. I really fucking have watched like so many speeches about shit like this. Cause I just feel like being black, you gotta like, you gotta really know who the fuck you're dealing with out there, man. You really gotta be privy to what's going on. You can't go out there blind, in my opinion. You just can't. And like, I say that because I've learned the consequences of being blind in a situation, like me going to school, being in a lot of debt for it. Now I'm trying to pay it off, and with no degree. Shit like that, you know. And I think that happens to a lot of people like us, and like we gotta teach each other like just daily values for us to prosper. But it's hard because the structure's set up for us not to. But yeah, we got fucking 2180 subs, bro. I thank you guys. I love you guys. Again, I'm sorry for ranting. I mean, I know you guys like this type of shit, but it still makes me nervous because I don't know who the fuck's listening to me. In the sense, like, obviously you guys, but like there's a lot of people watching this. I don't know what, you know, and like I be thinking like, fuck, what if my family's watching this and they don't agree? Yo, man, what the fuck? You still got the pop bonus and the bounty. I was gonna hit you up about that tomorrow. The fuck, dude? You did not have to. Yo, you're all way too nice, man. I mean, aside from this, I really do want to help people more. I have a dope idea that's like, quarantine would need to end for this idea to work. I'm not going to say it on stream. That's just one thing I'm not going to do. But, man, if I could actually pull shit off, it'd be fire. You guys will fuck with it a lot. It's a dope idea. But I don't want to say it because, you know, motherfuckers are grimy. I don't know who's listening. And, yeah, man, if you guys want to be here with me Monday, we'll be supporting the Minnesota Foundation thing. And, yeah, I finally gave my 2 cents for the first time on stream in, like, detail. So I love you guys. You guys take care. Please support D1. And much love to you guys. Guys, have a good night. Peace.